Right, George Rose, big fight announcement today. Nikita Tszyu, Jack Brubaker, Liam Wilson back in the ring, mate. It's looking like a good card.
A very good card, and both of the boys have been putting in really solid performances to date, and the fact that they're now headlining a show together is it's good. It's good for us, good for them, and good for the Australian public.
And Liam Wilson been out of the ring now for a few months, but you must be excited to see him back in the ring.
Yeah, well, look, it feels like it's a long time, but it's literally it's like 5 months or something, and it just feels like such a long time since we saw, his world title fight that unfortunately went the way that it did. But to be having him back and having him against a world-rated guy. He's got no fear, Liam Wilson. He's the fighter's fighter. He's the guy that everyone loves to watch. They love his style, his skill, his power, everything that he's got. He's a guy that people want to watch.
How do you sort of look back on that loss to Navarrete, and I guess how important is it to sort of move forward from that and look ahead?
I just think that it was a huge moment. I think a world title shot, a world title opportunity, They don't come around often, and moments like that in a world title fight against a guy like that, 3-division world champ, he's one of the great fighters, one of the great current fighters, and Liam was that close to it, that moment, it should have been his, and you don't get too many of those moments, but for him, he's straight back on the horse, straight back in the ring, ready to go again, and that's what I love about Liam, is that he wants to keep fighting. He wants the next hardest fight. He wants the winner out of that next fight as well too. So the fact that he's talking like that confidence, I really love it.
And Nikita Tszyu, Jack Brubaker got pretty interesting up there today. What'd you make of all that?
And it's the weirdest press conference I've been involved in. Good weird. They both got such good value. What they bring to the ring is entertainment. Two very different styles of entertainment. But what they've got out of it, I never know what Nikita's going to say, and he says some of the most random things, and I love that about him. And then, the cowboy rolling in late. I was nervous before we started because I thought, what's going on? And then he struts in like he does, like he, that's his style. He's the Cronulla cowboy. The Cronulla cowboy showed up, and he really wants to, get some redemption back for what's happened with the previous Tszyu fight. He wants to get a little something back. So, as far as I see it, it's a great fight for Nikita as well, because we keep talking about he's finishing these guys too quick, too easy, and they want more rounds, they want to get more opportunities. This is a guy who is very durable, very tough. So, and he can land though too, and we've seen that. Nikita's not afraid to exchange blows. But Jack showed that when he lands, he can put you on your ass. So this is going to be a really tough test for Nikita, and we like he said, you could end up seeing a lot of growth from Nikita for this fight.
I guess it's a testament to Nikita's progress that a lot of people saying this has not been an easy fight for him, but Jack's an experienced fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the more boxing guys that I talk to that are saying, it's too soon for Nikita, it reminds me that, this really is a tough fight, and a lot of people don't understand that, because it's really easy to get caught up in the hype of what Nikita's doing right now. He's putting on really entertaining fights because he's doing things that we're not expecting. Everybody thought the bomber would go to the distance, and he come out and ended it in the first round. He really, he blew us all away with that. He blew everyone away with it, and we love it. We love exciting things like that. He said that he doesn't like the first round knockouts. I love them. Everybody loves seeing them too, because you don't expect it, and when it comes, it's exciting. So, but for the long plan, Nikita needs rounds. So he needs guys that can handle the tough stuff. And Jack Brubaker's proved in the past that he can get in and mix it with anyone and take a shot as well as anyone. So, and keep coming forward. And that's one thing that'll really help Nikita in this fight, to be able to grow as a fighter. And whichever way it goes, it's going to be a great learning experience.
Mate, Spence Crawford, what a fight, what a night.
What a night. So happy that we decided to go. It was a really last minute decision, but to be there for such a historic fight. And the way that it went, I am getting goosebumps again here thinking about it, because, it's one of them big fights that don't come around too often. And we were there for it, ringside for it for such a huge moment, and Bug Crawford is unbelievable. To see what he did live, it was amazing. And then, he taunted the rest of Spence's team, and that was mid-fight. It was a really cool moment to be part of.
Were you surprised at how the fight sort of played out and how easy you made it look?
Absolutely. Everybody there in the crowd, particularly around us, there was a very pro-Spence crowd on the floor, and everyone was confident that Spence was going to overpower him. He was going to be too big, and from the start, Crawford looked to be the stronger fighter. And that timing, though, that's the thing that I took away from it so much, was his timing on everything was the difference. Is that they mixed it, they got in close, but his timing and picking his shots, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. Like, he is such an amazing fighter.
A little bit of talk about Tszyu, Spence, Tszyu, Crawford. Are those the sort of fights you'd be looking to make moving forward?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fact that Tim's name's been tossing around with guys like that, like Spence, Crawford, Charlo, Canelo, they're the names that are coming out. Boots Ennis, all guys that are absolute killers. So the fact that Tim's name has been put in with them on the global scene, it's telling you that where Tim's at right now, what people think of Tim, and knowing that he's the guy in the 154 in the super welterweight division. So Tim is that guy, and I do believe that he's that guy that can handle anyone. And I know that we were hoping that Spence got the win, because we really wanted Spence on the back end of it. So even though he got the loss, we'd still be open to a Spence fight. We'd be open to any of those big opportunities that exist, because Tim's in a zone right now where I think that he will step in the ring with anyone, and he's supremely confident that he'll get the win, and I am too. I've got every ounce of confidence in Tszyu, so any opportunity like that presents itself, we'll put Tim forward.
Saw that Charlo said that he mightn't be done with 154-pound division. Do you think that fight's still something that could happen a year or two from now?
Yeah, I was really happy when I saw that too, because I didn't watch the interview back until I got back here. I actually watched it last night, and to see him say that, it gave me some really good confidence, because I know, man, we've been building towards Charlo for a good couple of years now. So the fact that it's still going to be on the cards is really good, because you think, going up two weight divisions, I wasn't sure if he'd come back down. I wasn't sure if he'd keep fighting after whatever happens. If he takes a loss against Canelo, I wasn't sure if he'd keep fighting. But the fact that he said that he wants to come back to 154 for some unfinished business, that's music to our ears, because we've still got that in our sights, absolutely. And I know Tim really wants that fight.
Thanks, George.
Thank you.